மாண்புமிகு பேரவைத் தலைவர் அவர்களே, உயர்மட்ட குழுவின் பரிந்துரையை கவனமாக பரிசீலித்த பின்பு சமூக நீதியை உறுதி செய்யவும், சமத்துவம் மற்றும் சமவாய்ப்புகளை நிலைநிறுத்தவும், பாதிப்பிற்கு உள்ளாகக்கூடிய மாணவர்களை பாதுகாக்கவும், மாநிலத்தில் முக்கியமாக கிராம பகுதிகளில் வலுவான சுகாதார கட்டமைப்பை உறுதி செய்யவும், 12ஆம் வகுப்பு பொதுத் தேர்வில் பெற்ற மதிப்பெண்கள் அடிப்படையில் அனைத்து மருத்துவ படிப்புகளுக்கான சேர்க்கையை மேற்கொள்ள இச்சட்ட முன்வடிவு கொண்டு வரப்பட்டுள்ளது. எனவே அனைத்து கட்சிகளைச் சேர்ந்த மாமன்ற உறுப்பினர்கள் இந்த சட்ட முன்வடிவினை ஒருமனதாக நிறைவேற்றி தருமாறு அன்போடு நான் கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறேன்.
The Tamil Nadu Assembly has passed a bill scrapping NEET and making class 12 marks the basis for medical admissions in the state. Now this bill goes directly against a union government law. So what is this bill's legal standing and what happens and what are Tamil Nadu's future options if this bill, much like the last time, does not get cleared? Let's take a look. The bill was based on a report released by a high-level committee led by Justice A.K. Rajan. The committee was formed to look into the impact of NEET on medical admissions in Tamil Nadu. The report recommended the state government to take immediate steps to eliminate NEET and said that the exam is not a fair or equitable method of admission since it favors the rich and elite and affects those from lower socio-economic backgrounds.
NEET is not necessary, first of all, not necessary. Secondly, it affects the poor people because unless you study in coaching classes for at least 2 years or 3 years, you cannot clear NEET. So for that you have to pay money, 25,000, 30,000, lakhs, it goes in lakhs. So they will not be afford to pay that much. First of all, they will not be able to afford, they cannot afford to waste 2 years or 3 years, and they don't have the money to spend so much of money. All these things are affecting the rural area people and poor people.
The 2021 bill also focuses on ensuring public health for all as a fundamental right of all the citizens.
You will not have doctors to be posted for these PHCs, primary health centers, and they will be deprived of a qualified medical practitioner in all rural area primary health centers. So that will ultimately affect the health of the people of Tamil Nadu. That will be the result of within 10 years this will happen.
A similar bill was passed by the AIDMK government in 2017, but at that time it did not get the president's approval. So what's new this time?
Argument made for this is not so much that it is reclaiming the right to regulate medical education. If you see also the statement of objects of reasons, if you see the Justice A.K. Rajan report, if you see the speeches made in the floor of the assembly, the justification offered for this is related more to public health. So in that sense, one could say that the argument being offered for this move is quite novel and it is quite distinct from previous attempts at regulating medical education.
Normally, bills need the governor's assent to become laws. Education is a concurrent list subject, which means both the union government and the states have the right to pass laws on this subject. Now, NEET is a centralized exam, which means Tamil Nadu's new bill goes directly against the union government law that brought in NEET. According to the constitution, in such cases, the union government's law prevails and the state's law is void. Now the Tamil Nadu governor will forward this bill to the President of India, whose approval is required for state laws that are inconsistent with union government laws. If approved, this bill will be applicable only to the state of Tamil Nadu and not nationwide. Take for example Tamil Nadu and the Jallikattu bill of 2017. So what happens if Tamil Nadu's bill is not cleared by the President?
There is another way to look at this. And the other way to look at this is to question the legal validity of the union government amendment to the NEET Act itself. It could be argued that this particular amendment is actually not within the scope of the power of the union government to legislate upon, because in the specific context of medical education, there is a serious impact on public health, and the state should be free to decide how admissions take place, because medical education is not just gaining education in the air. There is a very specific purpose to it. there's a very specific set of goals and policies that the state would want to undertake. So in public health and sanitation, specifically entry 6 of list 2, has once again gained some sort of a prominence in the present context given COVID and so on. So the question remains, is the amendment which put the NEET into the MCI Act in the first place, is that even constitutionally valid?
What's more, a 2016 judgment by a constitution bench of the Supreme Court may just fall in favor of this bill. Though it was before NEET, the Supreme Court was hearing a case against a medical entrance examination introduced by the Madhya Pradesh government. At the time, the court had made an important observation on states' rights when it comes to health.
What it says, this is Modern Dental College versus State of Madhya Pradesh. Maintenance and improvement of public health and to provide health care and medical services is the constitutional obligation of the state. To discharge this constitutional obligation, the states must have the doctors with professional excellence and commitment who are ready to give medical advice and services to the public at large. State can satisfactorily discharge its constitutional obligations only when the aspiring students enter into the profession based on merit. None of these lofty ideals can be achieved without having good and committed medical professionals.
Now, though this judgment came before NEET, it was passed by a constitution bench, which means it is more binding than any other 3-judge bench. So, hypothetically, if Tamil Nadu does make this argument in court, it could mean that Tamil Nadu's bill has some legal standing to contest NEET.
So, what a bill like this, even though per se it may not be on very sound legal footing, it could potentially create the basis for challenging the main amendment which introduced the NEET into the Medical Council of India Act itself.
Now, even if Tamil Nadu's bill does get approval from the president, the issue does not end there. The parliament can always amend the law or bring in a new law to replace or invalidate Tamil Nadu's law.
In this matter, it is not really precedent, but it is the other P word, which is politics, which is going to be at play. Because there is no strict legal or constitutional bound on whether the president should give assent or not. This is a decision which is going to be purely political, and we should accept that our constitution allows for such political calls to be taken.
For now, it is a matter of wait and watch. What the governor does, what the president does, and if the bill does not get approval, what the Tamil Nadu government does. This is Sanyukta Dharmadhikari for the News Minute.